Time after time after time, people in the bottom. There's people living in the bottom. Listen to me. See that sister, sure was fine. She's about to drink it wine in the bottom. She told me, oh man, you did it crime. She's doing time. Now she's hanging in the bottom. I seen her out there on the avenue all by herself. Sure need help from the bottom. I seen her. The man tried to help her. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Reality Check with Charles Butler. We are broadcasting live. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Hello? Hey, look, I'm yeah. Okay, good. Good. We'll do that. Hey, folks, I have Tony Heller with me. Tony writes a great column called a great news site called Real Climate Science. He's a real climate scientist. We have our very own today. So, folks, sit back, grab a pen and paper, take some notes, get a little education. Hey, too much noise. Too much noise. Okay. Oh, yeah, a lot of noise in the background. Yeah, a lot of noise in the background. Yeah. Yep. Yes, better. Yes, better. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, go ahead. Can you? Okay, here we're gonna go. I'm gonna put you on the air. So you're now on the air with me. We're broadcasting at Red State Talk Radio. Folks, I have Tony Heller with me. We are getting ready to kick it. You know, Tony, Joe Biden enters back into the horrible thing we call the Paris Peace Accord. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah. And, this guy he's steady telling lies. He continues to tell lies to the American people. It's amazing, isn't it?
Well, he's just reading what's coming through. He's just repeating what's coming through his earpiece. So can't really blame him for it. I don't think he actually knows what he's saying.
No, but we can make.
Hello?
Hey, Hello? These are real issues, man. As Joe Biden would say, give me a break, man.
Really? Because Tulsi Gabbard asked Joe Biden, have you declared martial law?
Martial law on what?
I don't know. They're just about all the stuff going on with the National Guard in Washington.
Well, that's old news. I mean, what do you mean have we declared martial law? I don't understand. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It's a new. This story just came up on WorldNet Daily. That Tulsi Gabbard, she just tweeted, President Joe Biden, have you declared martial law? Because that's what it's starting to look and feel like. Let our troops get back home to their families.
Well, Texas pulled their troops back already.
Yeah. I know we're living in interesting times, Charles.
Well, no more interesting than before. We just people are paying attention more, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we open up the telephone lines out here, and you can call us at 215-867-8255. It's 215-867-8255. Tony, let's continue down.
Okay.
Getting in the climate change, the climate accord. What's going on here?
Well, these climate accords, they've been doing climate accords for decades. And it's a bunch of the leaders from different countries get together and they virtue signal that they're doing something to help the climate. But if you look at, I've made a graph of showing atmospheric carbon dioxide levels, the growth of atmospheric carbon dioxide levels over the last 50 years, and then annotated on it when all these climate treaties occurred. These climate treaties never do anything. They've had no impact on the growth of atmospheric carbon dioxide at all. And they keep doing this over and over again. They keep scamming the public with these fake treaties over and over again.
But
And not only that, what also is really interesting is that the lockdowns last year, they shut down the airline industry, locked up 90% of the world's population in their home. Those also had no impact on the growth of atmospheric carbon dioxide. It grew at exactly the same rate as it did the year before. So it's just political leaders scamming. They're lying and scamming like they always do.
Look, Tony, what kind of headset are you using? You don't sound that good. What's going on?
What kind of what?
What kind of headset are you using?
Oh, usually this one works pretty good. I don't know what the problem is.
Could be on my end because I'm getting throttled over here. So I'm paying for a gigahertz. And I'm getting less than 100.
That's weird. I don't know what's going on. I can hear you really clearly. So let me turn off the Wi-Fi. So I'm just going straight from.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So make sure it's just going straight through the. Is that any different?
I don't know yet. Go ahead.
Yeah. Is that any different?
Yeah.
It should be just.
Yeah.
I've got a real.
Yeah. That's better.
That's better.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay. Yeah. It must have been redirecting through the Wi-Fi for some reason. Now I'm just going through Verizon.
Well, look, this is the deal. Digital to digital is always a lot better in these things. But look, this is what's going. This is what this XL pipeline worker said.
I was working in Nebraska building a pump station, but as soon as the new administration came in on day one, they decided they want to put 11,000 people out of work. Basically, the moment that the executive order, it was about 2:00 Thursday when we got laid off Friday, and I'll be.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? This is real. People are losing their jobs. 52,000 people lost their jobs with the stroke of a pen. And you know what Biden said? Biden said, "Go find another job."
Yeah. So it's sort of like Marie Antoinette, right? Let them eat cake kind of thing.
It's time for a revolution.
And we're going to make lots of new green energy jobs. Okay. And I'm about video about that, actually. So if you go back 12 years ago, that was which Obama and Biden said in 2008, that they were going to create 5 million green energy jobs. And they invested $150 billion of our money into all these green energy companies like Solyndra. Every single one of them went out of business. And the total number of jobs, permanent jobs that were actually created was somewhere around 2,000. So instead of the 5 million jobs, which Obama and Biden promised, actually only delivered about 2,000. So Biden's playing exactly the same scam he did 12 years ago. What they do is they take this taxpayer money, they give it to people who donated them to them during the campaign. They start up a fake green energy company like Solyndra. The company goes out of business, and then Solyndra and all these execs walk away with heaps of money, and undoubtedly the kickbacks come back to Obama and Biden too as well. So
through campaign contributions.
Right. So they steal money from the taxpayers. They put it up as they do this. They launder it as these green energy companies. Company goes out of business, and lots of people lose their jobs. And Biden's playing exactly the same scam again.
Hey, well, look, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Tony Heller, folks.
Hello, this is Dan Perkins from America's Cannabis Conversation, and I'm here to talk to you about how you can take responsibility for your own health. CV Science products that can help you empower yourself against the COVID-19 virus are CV Acute and CV Defense. The Acute product is taken at an early onset of feelings of discomfort and works over 3 days to assist your immune system to fight off the virus. The second product is CV Defense, which is taken daily, and it helps to optimize the power of your immune system to fight off this virus. Recently on my program, I had an interview with Dr. Michael Lewis, who's been in public health for decades. I asked him about personal responsibility, and he said,
"You are responsible for your own health. Don't count on the government to provide you with a magic pill or a magic shot for your health. That is your personal responsibility.
If you want to empower yourself and take control of your healthcare, go to empoweryourself.info. That's empoweryourself.info.
Okay, folks, we're back, and I'd just like to tell you, go to CVS Science, take care of your health care, get it out there so you can place some orders. Okay, we're back with Mr. Tony Heller. We're talking about the scam, the green energy scam that politicians keep running on the American people. Barack Obama, when he was asked about those shovel-ready jobs, his patent retort was, he looked the cameras in the eyes, splashed a great big smile, and said, "I guess they weren't so shovel ready after all." Ha 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 ha. Solyndra walked away with how much money? Do you remember, Tony?
$100 million.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they were just one, but there were like 143 green energy startups which Biden and Obama invested in. You know, during the first few years of their last time they stole the country, and every single one of them failed without exception. So they were all scams, and Biden's doing the same thing again. You know, fool me once, shame on me. You know, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, right?
So how many companies was it that failed? 143?
I think that's those. Might have been 43, I don't remember, but it was something like $150 billion they threw into this, and it just went out to their campaign donors and kickbacks back to them, and the American people got screwed, and nobody got any jobs out of it.
Right.
And they're using they're doing the same thing again. You know, gas prices are up 30 cents since the election, and they're going to keep skyrocketing because they shut down fracking too. After Kamala Harris, look at the debate against Biden, against Pence, said it's a fact. Joe Biden is not going to shut down. It's a bunch of scumbags, liars, crooks. It's pretty hard to come up with any other words. Traitors, I suppose. Throw that one in too.
My thing is right now, I don't see anything that Joe Biden has done to unite the country. He lifted the transgender military ban. Transgenders have, by psychological definition, psychological issues, mental health issues.
Yeah.
I mean, what is wrong with these people, man? I mean, they put other folks' lives at stake for a political agenda. You know, I can tell you that this transgender thing in the military is not going to work. You're going to see a lot of people hurt because people aren't playing this transgender.
The country, after all, it's like there was a big story yesterday about some women's track meet, and there was this woman who put on this amazing performance. It was like the 4x400 meter relay, and this woman came in and did, ran this incredible last lap and won the race, right? And so people were really excited about that, but Biden just, so that's going to be the end of that, right? They're going to put in
women, or the women who voted for Joe Biden. They voted against Donald Trump, so they're getting exactly what they deserve.
Right, and so they're going to understand. So people are going to learn really quickly. Their gas prices, their gasoline prices are going way up. Their other energy prices are going to go up. This is going to increase the cost of living. They're going to have energy shortages like they do in California. You know, their sports, their athletics are getting ruined. People are going to realize at some point they're going to understand that they're paying, but now that they're actually facing the consequences. I think there's
maybe what?
He may well be uniting the country after all against him.
Yeah, but in terms of that climate change doesn't exist, and it's amazing every time that you prove to these guys that they're wrong on climate change. It's amazing how they change the narrative.
Yeah,
it's amazing. We meant that the climate's changing all the time.
Yeah. Well, I posted about how so New York has a long history of hurricanes, tornadoes, superstorms. A tornado in a hurricane in 1821 had brought 135 mile an hour winds to Manhattan, and had it come in at high tide, it pretty much destroyed most of Manhattan. Occurred during the Revolutionary War. My mother was in a very bad hurricane in New York in 1938, which killed. It was pretty bad in New York City, but the only reason it was affected by the press is pretty astonishing.
Well, of course they're not going to correct him because it fits their narrative. It fits the things they're telling their children at home. We have bikes in.
I live in Wyoming. I ride my bike all the time, and I wear shorts. It's like 18 degrees. So, and he got the Nobel Prize for saying that. Right? So, the Nobel Prize would are the only in 50 years we were going to have a new ice age. That would be this year. So, we're going. Yeah.